This is Hoodies. You 1 2 shake shake 1 2 shake shake word. Welcome back to another dope session of Hoodies the podcast. I'm the host, the God Rashidi, coming at you live from the Skill Suite. Or maybe not so live. You know what I'm saying? But we coming at you. Word. Check it out, man. Had some intro words, but I ain't got nothing. I already said it. Check it, man. Check it. Listen. Some of you really, really need to knock it off. And some of these things y'all probably heard me say before in one of my rants or whatever. But one thing that is and always will be is listening to black folk throughout the diaspora talk down about other black folk throughout the diaspora. I can't stand that shit. I don't give a fuck where you're from. Cameroon, Nigeria, Haiti, Brazil, London, Chicago, Compton. It don't matter, man. It does not matter. How does one black person from a particular place just automatically assume that they are better than someone from another place? How do you determine yourself as being better or superior? Or I don't get that shit. You motherfuckers really need to knock it off. And listen, the universe has been extremely good to me when it's come to that, because I'm so glad you motherfuckers have never crossed my path with that bullshit. Because I will tell you about yourself, and I won't be nice about it either. Y'all really need to knock it off. Dead ass. Knock it off. We got the same enemy, the same struggle. If you're over here, that means where you're from is probably just as corrupt as it is here. But you get here and somehow convince yourself that you're better than the ones who are here. Oh, we've been here, just a short amount of time, and we got a business going on, and y'all been here since the... Hey, I think you need to stop being ignorant. In fact, just stop being a dumbass. Okay, just call it what it is. Just because you seen a couple black folks that were already here, let's say black Americans. Just because you seen a couple here who wasn't bout shit, don't mean that every last one of us is bout that. There's a shitload of us here who's got businesses running and the whole shit. Okay? And have struggles running that business, same as you motherfuckers at home. That's why you came here. Y'all really need to knock it off, man. And I don't care if you're an American black brother or sister talking greasy about brothers and sisters throughout the diaspora. Who the fuck are you to think that you're better than a Native African or Jamaican or Haitian? Who the fuck are you? Our struggle, we got the same enemy, man. Our enemy don't give a fuck what language you speak, what color your eyes are, or where you from. As far as they're concerned, a nigga is a nigga. You haven't talked to every African. If you African, you haven't talked to every black American. Shut y'all stupid asses up. Again, man, y'all really need to knock it off. Word. You know, another group of folk who need to knock it off are pro athletes and ex-pro athletes. You understand? And you diehard fans. Because there's levels to fandom. We know fan is short for fanatic. There's levels of fanatics. There's levels to it. But you got some who act like they played the game before. Right? Let me give you an example of what I mean by how some of y'all need to knock it off. I can't stand when current players, NBA, NFL, boxers, whoever, whatever sport you play, I can't stand it when y'all act like just because a person didn't play the sport professionally or play the sport at all, that they don't have a right to give a comment about the sport. I've never played professional basketball. I've never played basketball for a team. Let's keep it funky. Football or any sport, period, for a team. Anytime I did it, it was just for leisure or whatever, whatever. But just because I never played the game professionally or otherwise, any organized sport, just because that's how it popped off for me, that don't mean that I don't know what a bum on a court looks like. I know what a fucking bum looks like. Oh, just like I also know what a player looks like when they got handled. You know what I'm saying? You trying to tell me that because I don't know, or because I haven't played the game, that I don't know that Kyrie Irving's one of the best ball handlers in the league that I've ever seen? That LeBron James isn't one of the most durable players I've ever seen in the league? And any injuries he has now is minor. So because I didn't play the game, I don't have a right to comment on that? Yo, y'all really need to knock it off. No, I don't know all the intricacies and the nuances and what a lot of these plays are called. Because, okay, I don't play the sport, so some of those things I would not know. JJ Redick is one of those guys who knows a lot about the game, right? And has comments here and there about people who's never played it, who shouldn't talk or whatever. Man, get the fuck out of here. And I like JJ Redick. I like the podcast him and LeBron James got. And I learn a lot when I watch them break down what certain plays are called. I learn a lot, but I don't need to know that in order to know what a good basketball player looks like or a good football player. You understand? I know when a motherfucking receiver's fast. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to play the game to know that. I don't have to have been a boxer to know who's great and who's not. You know what I'm saying? What? I need to be a boxer to know how, extraordinary Floyd Mayweather was when he fought Sugar Shane Mosley. How Sugar Shane rocked him at the beginning of the round, and he did it twice. I don't have to have been a professional boxer or a boxer on any level to know that Sugar Shane should have capitalized off those moments, because after that, the great Floyd Mayweather dominated the rest of the fucking fight. I don't have to have played the game or boxed professionally on any level to know that. I don't need. Come on, man. Come on. I heard Jamal Crawford say that before. It's amazing how dudes who never played the game, be having these comments about the game, and you know what I'm saying, and then people treat their word as gospel or something along those lines. You know what I'm saying? Jamal Crawford. Right? I like you, bro. Phenomenal player. You know what I'm saying? It's dope to see you land. You've landed on your feet as a, I don't know what you would call it, a sports analyst or whatever. I mean, not that you was broken, not that I know, but come on, fam, knock it off. Just because niggas ain't played the game don't mean we don't know what a. Do we have to have played the game to know that Zion Williamson was out of shape? Do we have to have played the game to know that Kawhi Leonard rests too fucking much? Do we have to have played the game to know that James Harden don't show up like that in the fucking playoffs? And as much as I like LeBron James, do I have to have played the game to know that his championship days of winning the chip are over? Come on, man. I think y'all be doing too much. Okay, I get it. Y'all were professionals. You know certain nuances about the game that the rest of us don't know. I give you that. I'll give you that. It's like me. I'm a barber. That don't mean just because you're not a barber, that don't mean that you don't know what a crisp haircut looks like. You still know that, don't you? All you gotta do is look. You know what I'm saying? Now all the intricacies in in terms of what it took to achieve that cut, that's one thing. But that don't mean you know a good barber when you see one, even though you aren't one. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all really need to knock it off, man. For real, for real. Knock that shit off. So, So you want to reach the top. You want to reach the top of the top, the tippy top. You want to be that guy or that gal or girl or that broad or whatever you want to call yourself. Either on the job, or either in your profession, say you're an entrepreneur, or whatever it is you're doing. You want to be at the top. You want to be the best, and that shit is dope. That's fire. Some of y'all need to knock it off though, because you want to be on top. You want to be top dog. You know what I'm saying? You want to be the HNIC. But the problem with that is, right? It's dope that you want it, but the problem with that is a lot of you want to achieve that by doing the least amount of work possible. And that's ass. A lot of yous want to skip the process. For example, I'm in the profession of barbering. A lot of you watch these barber influencers on the gram. You watch them on YouTube, TikTok, or whatever your site of choice, right? Just know that individual that you are enamored with and you think they the shit, just know that they too had the same humble beginnings. The same humble beginnings. They had to promote themselves just like, what you trying to avoid doing. They got to promote themselves outside of social media. A lot of you figure like, damn, I'm popping on social media, but it doesn't necessarily translate to the shop or the suite that you're in. You got to put in that work. And a lot of the work, involves sitting around trying to catch what comes through the door. And a lot of you think you too good for that. And you want to skip that. But you're expecting the same results as the person that you are enamored with. Some of you are like DMing these people. You DMing them and trying to get free game from them when the game is to be sold. And I've seen it firsthand of barbers that worked in my shop at the last location. Getting pissed off with influencers when you DM them, and you're getting pissed off with them because they won't give you the game. They tell you to come to their seminar. They tell you to purchase their ebook. And you looking at them like, nigga, fuck you. I ain't doing that shit. You want them to just give it to you. You really need to knock it off. You got to put in the work, man. Ain't nobody going to give you shit. You want to make it to the top? You got to bust your ass just like everybody else. Doesn't matter what you think of yourself. Doesn't matter who you think you are. You ain't special, although you are. Just not special enough to where you don't have to put in the work. Need to knock it off, man. Dead ass. You need to knock it the fuck off. This is what I want to do. Check it. So the goal is to become a chess master. So you got to study games. Move for move. Why'd they do this? Why'd they do that? It's applicable to anything in our lives, I guess. You don't just get better. You know what I mean? It doesn't just, one day things will get better. How realistic is that? They don't just get better. You gotta make it better. You know what I mean? You gotta decide one day, I'm gonna take my game to another level, and you gotta put that work in. One way don't work. Sometimes you have to try alternative ways. Either way, it don't just happen. You gotta work for it. You gotta study it, the moves, the intricacies, the nuances. Yeah, this is boring, yeah, but you know what I'm saying is right. Gotta put the work in. Use where applicable. Stay tuned. Become a chess master. Just watch me. Word. And I know I've spoken about this in a few pods. For people who have mental health, mental health, got a mental health situation going on. That's another thing that, and I ain't gonna beat a dead horse with it, but, you know, mental health, got a mental health situation going on. That's another thing that, and I ain't gonna beat a dead horse with it, but, you know, mental health, got a mental health situation going on. That's another thing that, and I ain't gonna beat a dead horse with it, but, you know, mental health, got a mental health situation going on. That's another thing that, and I ain't gonna beat a dead horse with it, but, you know, mental health, got a mental health situation going on. That's another thing that, and I ain't gonna beat a dead horse with it, but, you know, mental health, got a mental health situation going on. That's another thing that, and I ain't gonna beat a dead horse with it, but, you know, mental health, got a mental health situation going on. That's another thing that, and I ain't gonna beat a dead horse with it, but, you know, mental health, got a mental health situation going on. That's another thing that, and I ain't gonna beat a dead horse with it, but, you know, mental health, got a mental health situation going on. That's another thing There's there's just no easy way around getting better. There's just no easy way. You got to go to therapy. In the sense that you need to talk to someone. There's no easy way around it. It's just no easy way. If it's medication that your therapist has found, you know what I mean? If they have found that it's best for you to be on medication, it's up to you. You got to put the work in terms of finding something that works for you. I hear that sometimes the medication it makes you feel away. This is what I hear. I don't have experience in that personally, but it's up to you to do your due diligence, do what you need to do to get better. It's up to you, man. Ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Everybody's skipping the work. You know, I feel bad for your family because your families are trying to put you up on game. Your families are trying to help. And you basically giving them your ass to kiss when you decide, fuck it, I ain't gonna do the work. We really need to knock it off. There's one more person that I would really like to tell them to knock it off. And y'all call me whatever y'all want to call me. And the person I'm saying to knock it off to is Brother J. Cole. Jermaine Cole. Right, Jermaine? Listen, man. I get it. You're on a journey. And you're all about peace and this, that, and the third. We get that. But I think I speak for a whole lot of people when I say that not for 2 seconds did any of us think that yourself and Kendrick Lamar and Drake and whoever else is trying to get in this thing, not for 2 seconds did we think that it was going to go outside of bars. Not for 2 seconds did we think that. That would be some sucker shit. Okay? My thing is, and there's a few people who share the same sentiments. I'm not really trying to hear all this talk about how you're the best rapper alive and this, that, and the third. But then when somebody press you, you know what I'm saying? When somebody presses you, all of a sudden, yeah, you dropped your bars, which was dope, by the way. And then you remove it from platforms, from streaming platforms, and then you apologize. I think that's trash. I get it. If you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? And you got a right to do that, but I think it's trash. I think it's trash. Okay? Nobody thought it was going to turn into some street shit. This is just like two boxers. You understand? Who talk shit, you know what I'm saying, before the fight, but then after the fight, they good. Remember when Mike Tyson fought Lennox Lewis? This man said, yo, my defense is impregnable. I want to eat your kids. And then after the fact, he showed love. That was just a place he had to go to in order to perform. It's like two ball players who talk shit on the court, on the floor, but then after the game, it's all love. They'll leave it all out on the floor. It's just two rappers expressing the creative genius to show who's that guy, who's that MC. You understand what I'm saying? I think the apology was trash. I'm all about being a bigger man. But this is hip hop. Hip hop. You understand? We don't want to see no death. We don't want to see nobody get shot. We don't want to see none of that. We do want to see some competitive genius. I don't know about y'all, but I do. And all that apology shit and this, that, and the third, man, really need to knock it off, man. Dead ass. And that's all I got to say about that. Word. Shout out to the Skill Youth Chess Club, man. Still rocking, still doing our thing. This will be our 9th year, man. Still doing our thing. Things have changed a bit. I admit it's changed a little bit. We still haven't been able to reincorporate the self-defense, leg of what we're about. There's a few things we haven't been able to do since relocating our chess meets to the local mall. You know what I'm saying? So but the struggle continues. We're still working that out. I think I might have shared before that I got a client who's relocating his business, and we're gonna start working out in one of the offices he's got going on there. But he's still waiting to get inspected and this, that, and the third, because he has a mental health business. So we're still waiting for all those things to pan out. But we're still rocking, still doing our thing. It looks a little different now. We still got our members, we still got spectators and so forth coming through. And when I say it looks different, I mean it looks even better. You know what I'm saying? So like now the spectators we get coming through are also like chess players and up there in chess rankings and whatnot. You know what I mean? Who come through, share some knowledge. It's, man, listen, man. It's beautiful.
All of us are here with, for the most part, one common cause, and that's for the youth. Could have chose football, basketball, baseball, whatever. But we chose the game of chess. We ain't masters, experts, nothing like that. We nice though. And yo, the parents come through. We got people with different skill levels who stop and drop jewels. Shout out to Brother Ozell, who's always present, always a help. But all of it, we even really get worked up at learning new things when it comes to the game of chess, man. Word up. But at the end of the day, we're all here for the youth. And that's the dopest part. And that's all because of the game of chess, man. No doubt.
We ain't going nowhere. Our 9th year, Skill Youth Chess Club lives, man. Word up. But yeah, man, I don't have too much. I just had that on my spirit. You know what I'm saying? Just felt the need to just let some of y'all know that you just need to knock it off. You really need to knock it off. Word up. And that's all I got, man. No race against time, no none of that. Y'all just need to knock it off. Dead ass. I'm the God Rashidi. This is Hoodies, man. Peace. Hey. This is Hoodies.